Hey guys, what's going on, friends and family? My name is Skylent, and if you know me, then you know I play a lot of PC games, especially multiplayer, free-to-play, stuff like MMOs, things like that. I enjoy that kind of stuff, but I also do have a PS4, and I just recently did a video talking about the Switch. Now, I haven't done a video talking about this new Xbox coming out here. However, I have been asked personally by some good friends if I would get the Scorpio, think about it, and, maybe do some content on there, some YouTube, content creation, play some games, maybe some Halo and stuff like that. And, immediately I answered them pretty harshly saying, fuck no. Absolutely, why the fuck would I? But then I thought about it a little bit, and honestly, guys, I have to say, it's completely the same answer. Now, we see these things coming out, these articles, these videos, people talking about the Xbox Scorpio. But honestly, guys, like you see the hardware specs coming out, you see people talking about how games are going to play on it, what it's going to look like. Honestly, I don't care. I don't care. Why? I have a PC, and my personal computer is going to be far better, phenomenal experience than I have with all the games. Even the Xbox games that are on here, yeah. I play Gigantic, sure. I play Killer Instinct, sure. We got Tomb Raiders, we've got pretty much every game, pretty much, right? Do we not have every game? In the future, I'm pretty sure every single game as well is gonna be on PC. I mean, we've got Halo. Sure, it's limited to, I think it's limited FPS, and it's definitely made for controllers. It's definitely awkward playing with mouse and keyboard a little bit, but, overall, my experience is pretty not fucking bad, dude, on PC. So any Xbox exclusive that I would want, I could, if I really wanted to, play it on PC. And Gears of War is actually a pretty freaking nice port. So why? Why would I? I guess maybe the competitive scene. Maybe if you're competitively playing Gears of War, maybe, or Halo. Gears of War, Halo, if you're really competitive into them, but let's be honest, guys. When was the last time that those games were actually up on Twitch? How many tournaments do they have? What's the prize pool? How many people are actually playing that competitively? Yeah, let's be realistic here. Not that many. So all in all, Xbox as a console, to me, is a almost complete failure. I guess they had some good marketing, so maybe it wasn't as big of a failure as the Wii U, but in the end, the Wii U actually has some legit exclusives, and as much of a gimmick as the controller is, at least that's something new. Then again, the Xbox controller is fucking solid, man. A lot of people who don't even have Xboxes, like myself, have one of those controllers. Freaking good stuff. But I'm just saying, there's just no point in me getting an Xbox Scorpio. Legitimately, guys, I don't know if I can say, hey guys, you should go get the Scorpio. In no situation, I don't think you should get the Scorpio. A PC, yeah, probably is going to just be better. Now, okay, some people are going to say, well, you're not going to be able to build a 4K capable PC for that amount of money. Well, in the end, the Xbox, I do admit that consoles, they are pretty good for budgets, I guess, but the 4K that these consoles are doing, it's not always true 4K. They do these tricks and things, and they have like dynamic resolution scaling, and it's all sorts of fuckery, dude. And they can barely keep up with the frame rate sometimes, or if they do have solid frame rates, it's capped, or like I said, the dynamic effects and shit. It's not as solid an experience as you're gonna get on PC. Just fact. This conversation could probably carry over to some other consoles. Why would I get any console if I have a gaming PC? But, exclusives, right? PS4 has exclusives. And there's actually a lot of cross-platform games I do enjoy playing. Like we got Paragon. It's pretty cool on PS4. I don't mind it. I'll sit back, play some Paragon. Pretty cool, pretty neat stuff, man. So PS4 does have a lot of exclusives. We also have the Switch, which is going to have some freaking awesome exclusives. But not only are they going to be exclusives, which are wholly original, which you can play in a totally original way with the Switch, with its, motion controls and the HD rumble and stuff, but you also can play it portable. Now, I know if you have a PlayStation 3, they did the whole PS Vita thing, and you can kind of play some games, but it didn't quite really work out really at all. I don't know, man. In the end, though, Xbox doesn't have anything really like that. It's just like an Xbox is just a gimped PC, but at this point, most people know that they can afford a budget gaming PC for about the price of a console. I mean, yeah, you might have to build it yourself, or you can, pay a little bit more to get somebody else to build it for you, but for the most part, like a big thing about consoles is that people were saying that you wouldn't need to upgrade every year, every other year, but here we are, the Xbox, and this is an upgrade. This is a literal upgrade to the Xbox One. Yeah. Now there are some excuses maybe I could see for people getting a maybe a pro version or an upgraded version of PlayStation if they did it. If the recording was better quality, the built-in recording and streaming was higher quality, which I don't think it is. So maybe if there was a professional reason to get those things, or if they added actual feature, like true features. But just saying 4K capable, that's really a fucking gimmick. That's a crazy gimmick. And you know what? It's probably going to sell because a lot of, the casual people, people who buy gifts and stuff, they don't really know, man. They don't really know. A lot of 4K TVs really aren't that good looking, to be honest. It's just a gimmick. Things that say they're 4K, the software, the movies and stuff, sometimes they're just not, it's not really good. And we got this Xbox that's saying it's going to play things in 4K. It's probably going to play like 1 or 2 games in true 4K. I believe actually the Forza Horizon, is it Forza Horizon? It's a Forza game that's going to be actual 4K. But most others are just simply not going to. And I don't know if it's going to have a true performance boost with many games. I think mostly what they're going to do is kind of similar to the PS4 Pro, which is just kind of checkerboard 4K things. And, honestly, it's going to be really debatable if things actually look better or not. It's going to be, super biased. It's going to be kind of a personal thing, like depending on the TV you're using and what games you're playing, and maybe even at what times you're playing the game. At what point you're inside the game, the different lightings and how those look at, different resolutions, because dynamic resolution, dynamic effects and scalings and fucking, it's all sorts of bullshit, dude. Anyways, really what I wanted to do is kind of use this as a stepping stone to just talk about the PC master race. Have you heard about our Lord and Savior Gaben? Pretty much, guys, PC is the way to go. You can even get tablet PCs that can basically be like a Nintendo Switch. I'm gonna admit though, you don't have like the controls. You don't have the controllers like Nintendo Switch yet, but maybe in time. I heard there's actually things you can do to be able to use Wiimotes on PC. Like seriously, guys, PC is the most flexible. It just should be obvious console in the world, okay? And the Xbox is literally just like the most gimped version of a PC. There's absolutely no point. PS4 has some unique features, definitely has exclusives, okay? And those games work pretty good, and they are worth buying a PS4 for. Bloodborne, abso-freaking-lutely. Maybe Uncharted is a little bit debatable, not for everybody. I mean, I guess Bloodborne isn't too, but there is something out there. We've got Nier, we got Neo coming out. We have so many amazing PS4 exclusives. I could do even a top 10 on it, maybe. I've already included many games in my top 10s. Pretty hyped for that. Red Dead Redemption 2, but I'm probably gonna get it on PC if it comes to PC. Really hoping for that. Anyways, PS4 is pretty great. Also, the Nintendo Switch, but the Xbox, dude, the Xbox. It's probably really, guys, if you really wanted to play a game very competitively, like Gears or something, or Halo, I'm honestly gonna have to say, you should just not. You should just not, dude. You should just not. And Forza is also on PC, and those games are on PC. I mean, I guess you can't be competitive there, but fucking whatever. It's not like Call of Duty, dude. Call of Duty still has giant tournaments, dude. You can buy a PS4 to play Call of Duty competitively. That has giant tournaments. That is always gonna have a big scene. But those other games haven't. So anyways, I'm just repeating myself at this point. I want to know actually what your argument is for buying the Xbox Scorpio. Maybe there is something that I've missed. Maybe there is a feature that will affect a lot more people than I think. Maybe tell me your experience with 4K gaming, 4K playing games on a 4K TV, really, I guess, a graphically demanding game as well. So tell me if it's worth it or not, but for the most part, I really don't think so. The eye only has so much pixel density, it's not really necessary. I think it would be cool if there was VR, okay? That is a thing, okay? To be able to have really cheap VR. But the thing is that PlayStation 4 already has the whole cheap VR thing, there. I mean, Xbox can copy it, but we haven't even seen a headset. Does Xbox have a headset, out in the distance? Because, the PS4 Pro was kind of being sold with this idea that the PSVR, coming out around the same time, that whole marketing thing, and it works, dude. The VR it works. You can play some, Resident Evil on it. It's gonna work fine enough. It'll be okay. It's cheap, dude. It ain't $800. You can get the whole console and that cheap VR thing for less than $800 with a Vive. So, I don't know. Xbox Scorpio, I really don't know what it's doing. I think it was a cool concept to kind of upgrade itself, upgrade its guts, and to be able to do maybe a little bit more on the sharing side. Maybe the Scorpio will have better recording and all that good stuff. I don't know, but even then now I just don't care because honestly, all that shit is on PC. So really, the only reason you would get it is I don't know why you would do that. Maybe play for some fucking, I don't know, man, Forza. Maybe Forza would look a little bit better. But There's so many good fucking games on PC, man. It's just completely unnecessary. There's no exclusives. Anyways, I ranted enough. I talked enough. So please let me know in the comments below. And I would really love a like. Like, share the video, and we can kind of extend and expand the conversation. So open up the dialogue in the comments below. Please let me know. I'm pretty sure most of you guys will agree, especially since you do follow me. We play PC games together. I kind of understand. But anyways, let me know, guys. Thanks for watching. Either way, guys, whatever you buy, whatever you play, I do hope you have fun. My name's Skylent, and I'll see you in the next one.